Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Gabriel makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
I wouldn't expect too much of him right away, Peter. You've got to give him a chance to settle in and get used to life here. But he's the kind of player who can step in with a perfectly timed tackle, breaking up the opposition attacks and getting his own team moving on the front foot.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. That has been slung wide. A probing pass. And he's there to clear it. Mazraoui. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Nicely weighted ball. Too much on that, it's gone out. Marquinhos. Looking for options for movement. Serginho's getting up there! Harmlessly behind. Aguirre. So we're still where we started right now. And Unahi. Now it's Brahim Diaz.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Linton. Here's Lucas Paqueta. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Amrabat. It's a pretty loose pass. Rafinha is onto this. Unahi. Nesiri. Spread it left. It's a promising position. Plays it across. Marquinhos is there and he can get that clear. He shifted it to the flank. And it's Mazraoui. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Bruno Guimaraes. Adley does really well to win the ball there, but that has not gone well. João Pedro.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lucas Paqueta engages and forces him off the ball. In with the challenge. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Nesiri.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, such a clever touch. Rafinha going face-to-face with his great rival, and he's being shifted off it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Linton. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Brahim Diaz. And Amrabat. Aguirre. Adley. Spread out to the left. And it's Mazraoui. Space for him to turn and look. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Chooses to go cross-field. Rafinha. Cross from Rafinha. Aguirre with the clearance. And for the first half, that is that. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And your views on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So let's get the ball rolling.
Brazil have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. João Pedro clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Mazraoui to Adley. Unahi threads one in. Great ball, and he's in here. Lucas Paqueta. Cafu. And it's Guimaraes. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cafu. And it's Paquetá. Lucas Paqueta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Unahi. He's looking wide. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Now it's En-Nesyri. Bruno Guimaraes. Played through into space. He's in plenty of space here. And he's there to belt it away. And he's quick to snatch it back.
The attendance for this match was 81,007.
Tries to pass it through. And that has sent him sprawling.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's got away. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
João Pedro and Gabriel. Cafu. And Rafinha. Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Unahi. And it's Adli. Brahim Diaz. That's going wide left. Can he get on the end of this? It's out for a goal kick.
Substitution for Morocco. Number 21.
So we have movement on both
Adli.
benches.
Coming on the field is number 14. Substitutions taking place.
Gabriel. Spread to the right. Brazil perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Bruno Guimaraes is wide and looking to get onto this. Aguirre gets it clear, and that's been won straight back. And it's Joelinton.
Brazil really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Tries to play it through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Neymar. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Unahi. Now the delivery. Chance! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. So we have further activity on the bench here. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Number 19, En-Nesyri. Coming on to replace him is number 20.
And he's quick to return it. Good ball, good take.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Joelinton. Amrabat does well to get it back. Now it's João Pedro. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
There will be 1 minute added time.
The most accurate pass. That's destined for the flank. And we're done. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, with every game that goes by, the picture becomes that little bit clearer. Another practice run under the belt, another qualifying lap, all in a bid to ensure that it will be their name on the exclusive grid. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think if they're going to win this, they're going to have to play to the strengths of this fella, João Pedro. Considering his power and his technical ability, you want him on the ball with space around him because he can make so much happen.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. And that gets things running. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. And here's Rafinha. And that's played in low. Deftly away. Cafu, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Cafu. And he's being shifted off it. And it's made its way to him. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That'll be a throw-in. Rafinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cafu. Brazil, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now that looks a decent ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And it's slung out wide. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Nicely aimed pass. Can he get it through? He's in plenty of space here. Gabriel can clear it away. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. No, that's been intercepted. Lucas Paqueta. Played down the flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Stood up well to him there. Now it's João Pedro, and it's Joe Linton.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Haiti have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Pinches it off him. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Space for him to turn and look. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Haiti couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Lucas Paqueta. Spread neatly. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He's getting hounded, really hounded. That's a cute ball. The less said about that pass, the better. Bruno Guimaraes sends it crossfield. Oh, that's a key interception.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. This looks promising. Looking for the run. Knocks it into space. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Aos 40 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 9.
Brazil penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Can he get on the end? Real chance! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, something tells me there'll be a few more twists and turns before it's all over, Peter.
Gabriel. Over to the right flank. And it's Guimaraes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Senhoras e
So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we are back on the way. Gabriel. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Joelinton. And the return pass. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Marquinhos. Serginho. Cafu currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And here's Rafinha. And it's been hooked away. Well, they've got it again. Lucas Paqueta opts for safety. Passing nice and neat. Lucas Paqueta. And Rafinha. And no, that was never going to make it. Can he spark a counter here? And back to the goalkeeper. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Looking for options for movement. So we have movement on both benches.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Camisa 22. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 11. Neymar. Teremos uma substituição.
Brazil perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Neymar. And it's Guimarães. Gabriel. Cafu. Neymar. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the counter is on. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Strong running down that left flank. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Brazil desperately searching for the winner here. Haiti are looking to break at pace. Now it's João Pedro. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's João Pedro. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 20. Camisa 24. Vitinho. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 15, camisa 19.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Brazil will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Tries a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Well, there's the clearance. Well read, nice interception.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Always goal side. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. And that is the last of the action. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
A rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que todos bebam com responsabilidade. O espectador...
Well, the next couple of hours or so will be critical in deciding their ultimate fate. Having made their intentions clear at the start of all this, now they have the chance to make it happen. It is all eyes forward and full steam ahead. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. That's McGinn. Chance to deliver. And he's there to deal with it. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than Andy Robertson here. That's for sure. He's reliable, consistently excellent in what he delivers going forward, and it doesn't really compromise on his defensive duties. A manager's dream in many ways, and a model man, and I would say a model footballer.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Rafinha. Ball is over the line. Gilmore. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Over to the right flank. And he's gone searching cross-field. That's good play. That's a sharp pass.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That has been knocked clear, and it's slung out wide.
Scotland really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green.
Played back in. Cleared without hesitation. Chance for a shot! Goal! Scotland! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Number 11.
Scotland have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Linton, he shifted it to the flank. Scotland are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Driving on and making good progress. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. McTominay. That is ended up in no man's land. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Brazil certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Gabriel. And that has been slung wide. And he's quick to return it. Well, oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Gilmore. Now McTominay. That's a good ball out wide. Great vision. That is good alertness. Bruno Guimaraes. Rafinha stood his ground strongly. Christie. Looking to play him in. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Christie! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Linton. And it's half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
We're on the move again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Now it's McGinn. Goes for a shot! Goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And he's quick to snatch it back. That's very neat. João Pedro. Chance! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Number 9, João Pedro.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Can he get it through? It's played through for him. Brazil needing a change of fortune here. And that's a throw-in. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Incoming delivery. Marquinhos with the clearance.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
On time, excellent interception. Joelinton venturing down the left. McTominay. He's in a great position here, and he's certainly onside here. And that's an excellent interception. Distributed tidily. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Oh, well spotted.
Joelinton has created 1 goal already. Now this could be a chance. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution in progress.
Brazil perhaps contemplating their next change here. Tries to pass it through. Good ball, good take. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's picked it up out wide. He's looking wide. The less said about that pass, the better. A heavy challenge. He's shifting through the... Shoots! And it's in! That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Goal scorer for Scotland,
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Scotland go up by 2 and are looking good.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Brazil have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Oh, that's a key interception. Spread to the right. And there's green grass ahead of him. This looks promising. Christie! And he nearly went all the way.
Christie certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Oh, great feat, that.
And it's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Deftly away. Referee's given a throw. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
Number 20, number
Pressing's
25.
intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Marquinhos. And it's Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Knocks it into space. And that is out of play. McTominay. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. It's a really well-measured ball. He's in plenty of space here. Joelinton did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Christie looking to add to his goal. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Now here's the delivery. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Now it's João Pedro. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cafu spots it and intercepts. Neymar. Oh, good spread. Neres. Robertson. And that's it. So that is it, the end of the road. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful watch, very painful.
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Rafinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Chance here to counter. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with...
And the shot! Goal! Morocco! And Morocco score first! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Cafu, Rafinha, and it's Paquetá. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Nicely spread. Cross from Cafu. And they've managed to get... And a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Linton! And he hits the net! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Cafu receives it in a wide position. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Chance! Goal! Brazil! And the comeback is complete. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Camisa 24, Vitinho. Vitinho. Vitinho.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Adli. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Cafu, João Pedro going after that. Brazil have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Hakimi. Brahim Diaz. Hakimi. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Diaz. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Quality ball. Pass somewhat off target. Brahim Diaz. 15 minutes till half-time. Unahi. Closing in on goal. And the shot! Gabriel. Marquinhos. Serginho. Spread it left. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Amrabat. That's a good ball out wide. Brazil heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Rafinha. There's the crossfield ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Aguirre. And it's Amrabat. And Unahi. That's going wide left. That is good strength. Unahi.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That has been slung wide. And it's Paquetá. And we've reached half-time. Brazil have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Brazil are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And it's made its way to him. Unahi. And it's Diaz. Can he spark a counter here? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's João Pedro. And he's straight offside. Played out towards the right wing. Rafinha carries the ball down the right. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Gabriel makes a move down the right. He's got away with one there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Amrabat. And Unahi. Brahim Diaz. Serginho venturing down the left. João Pedro.
João Pedro clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Joelinton goes for a shot, and there's a goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Brazil now in a position far more desirable.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Now it's Adley. Real chance! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Morocco can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Teremos uma substituição.
Marquinhos, Bruno Guimaraes, opts for safety, Cafu, and Marquinhos, knocks it into space, Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. Aguirre, Hakimi, and it's Diaz.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
They've played it short. He's in a great position here. He whips in across. And now they can spring out of defence. Rafinha. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That looks a cracking ball. Unahi cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the...
Shoots! Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. How very smart. He just got it right.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Camisa 9.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Brazil palpably stronger, better, superior. Tries to play it through, and the finish! And somehow he kept it out.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is ended up in no man's land. Great vision, and it's been played through. And a chance! It's a goal! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Camisa 14.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Ben Seguir joining us here, the potential saviour.
Well, you can see he's very much a favourite, and with very good reason.
Substituição em andamento.
So could they be onto something here? Oh, he's burst through. Oh, a gilt-edged chance. Shot at goal. Well taken goal. And what a climax we have here. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Camisa 8.
Morocco give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Unahi. Brazil close now to seeing this one through to the end. 5 minutes to add. Great chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. A wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Cafu. Now it's David Neres. He's got away. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. And we're done. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Linton taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
Agradecemos a cooperação.
Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre-forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
So we're up and running. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Crosses it in here. He's there to head it! And he has kicked it out somehow.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
They've played it short, and it's made its way to him, and it's played into the middle. And he gets rid in a hurry. It's gone out for a throw-in. Showing good feet. Has a look up and delivers. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And that is out of play. Cafu making his 100th appearance here today. Decent chance! That's going to go a long way. Spread out to the left. Serginho. And it's Paquetá. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking for the run. He's in plenty of space here. He is just caressing the ball. Skims one in. And he's there to get it away. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. Pinches it off him. Bruno Guimaraes. Rafinha. tries to get it clear and claimed it back swiftly. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Lucas Paqueta. Oh, good spread. Chance to deliver. He's rising! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Brazil penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Has a look and plays it forward. Over to the right flank. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haiti have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Very nearly half an hour gone here.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Driving on and making good progress. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Joe Linton. Nicely weighted ball. Lucas Paqueta! And that is wildly off target.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Front-footed pressing going on here. Haiti disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's João Pedro. That's destined for the flank. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Brazil can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Played out towards the right wing. And here's Rafinha, and it's Paquetá. Cafu. Out of play for a goal kick. Turns back here, probably the best option. He's found space here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that is well cleared. Passes short and sharp. Plays it across. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Please grab the
I
tickets.
think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Brazil looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
So we're underway for the second half. Brazil leading courtesy of the game's only goal. No, that's been intercepted. Cafu. And Gabriel. Marquinhos. João Pedro. That's going wide left. And that has been slung wide. Delivers with whip. In again. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And the counter is on. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Threads one in. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
This looks promising. And it's been taken short. He's in a great position here. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Brazil are ahead here by what is still the only goal. It's a promising position. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Lucas Paqueta being hunted in packs.
Well, he needed subduing, and it was never going to be soft and gentle, so this could get ugly against him here.
Lovely bit of skill. And he's picked it up out wide. Hangs in across. There's the header. Has another goal. Well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Haiti choosing to make the first change.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Haiti restore parity.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict, and that's exactly how it looks like turning out.
That's going across goal. Impressive jump. Goal! Brazil! Into the lead once more. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unearned.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Brazil have their lead. Brazil still have the cards to affect this game. Plays the return pass. Nicely spread. Now it's Rafinha. And it's Neymar. Marquinhos. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he's forced to go back. Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's lofted through here. That's a corner kick.
Substitution for Haiti. Number 21.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
And that has been knocked clear.
Haiti really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Neymar. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Brazil are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Neymar. No, it's a corner.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, good effort! And he can thump it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Under an awful lot of pressure. And he's straight offside. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
There they go, hunting again.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
So a chance here, what can they make of it? Decent hit from there.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Neymar. Brazil close now to seeing this one through to the end.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
He is through here. Neymar. Great defending, strong and determined. Ball's gone astray. Oh, and he shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's hoisted clear. Foot in. Locks it out wide. Now, can they get him away? And we're done. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.